Hello folks, welcome to my first section of Q&A. I know I didn't really give much time for people to answer questions in the Q&A. I find myself inundated with a lot of free time lately and I just want to do something constructive with it. So I'm going to probably just let the Q&A run and just let people ask questions on each subsequent video. Like, people can comment on this video for any questions they have and I'll answer them in the next video, and so on and so forth. And I'll even repeat questions if needed, unless it's really stupid I get the same question. Like, I mean, if someone asks me, what's your name? And then in the second episode someone asks me, what's your name? And I'd be like, go back and watch them in order, and I'll probably have to say that each time. But that's just in case. Realistically, you guys are actually quite smart. You guys can see what I've been watching. And I'm bringing this up. This is actually just to show what videos I'm doing, and I don't have any in private. See, you can see how many videos it's viewed. And I'm actually going to bring up the Q&A video, wherever I put it. There it is. Might even hear myself. Yeah, just checking in case I was recording sound. I'll pause it. Let's view all comments. And I'm going to start from the oldest. Okay, it doesn't tell me, it just says a day. Okay, we'll start from the bottom. Obviously there's me, but this, okay. Peel33 for the win. Love your vids, man. Not much of a question, but hey, you're in it. I'll highlight it as well. Ta-da! There it is. Well, it automatically highlights. There we go. That's the one. There's me. There's no point in me reading it out. Okay. Hi, Griffin. Will you play Minecraft? Yes. I would actually play Minecraft, but each time I play it, I always get very distracted. Like, I'll play it for a bit, and then be like, fuck's sake, I'm building another house again. Ah, fuck this, and then close. And the thing is, I always get urges to, continue on and just play it, and then realize I don't want to play this, and then close it. It's quite strange. And I know that was just not a serious question, but what would you call your crowning moment of awesome in your LP career this far? 2 moments, actually 3 moments would be my crowning moments. I think they're equally. I'll rank them in like least to best. The least one would probably be Jeff actually approaching me. Jeff Major going, Griffin, why, you need to be on this. And I thought that was, he need to be on his, his new LP list. And I thought that was quite flattering that he wanted me on it. And it doesn't say that he liked my stuff, but I saw that as quite a flattering experience to be told, you do this now, okay? The fuck are you doing? Cat, no! Cat, stop being a derp. Stop being derpy. My cat's a freaking idiot. That's a wall. You're looking at... There's not even a bug in this room. There's not even... there's not even shadows. It's just a stupid cat. Okay. So, out of the 3, Jeff grabbed me for his new LP. Not his new LP, his old one. Next would probably be Grimmeth. He actually approached me and wanted to do co-commentaries with me. And you can see that we did Alter Ego together. And Spelunky. And he caught me when I was young. I only had about 70-ish subscribers. But that was probably one of my big moments, was when Grimmeth, who's a very big LPer, basically approached me and said, you want to do a co-commentator with me? And I went, yeah, gladly, I'd love to. And that gave me quite an acceleration to becoming an LPer. A lot of you guys wouldn't have known about me. Sorry, just messages. A lot of you guys wouldn't know me if it wasn't for Grimmeth posting up like the Alter Ego series, or anything, like the... where he was linking up the Stalker video, things like that, which has like 2,000 views. That's my crowning moment. That's my top one. Is that I uploaded that, only expected 40 views, and believe me, the Voltron army are sick of me saying this, but I'm really proud. I put a lot of effort into that, and I got a huge lot of praise for it. None that I expected. I expected 40 to 100 views. Nearly 2,000. Gobsmacked. I think I did a good job on it. Well, obviously I did a good job on it. I didn't expect that kind of shocking appearance. That's my crowning moment, is that video. Showing it. and I say this to explain that my hobby is playing video games, and people go, so? I go, no, I record me playing video games for people to watch, and they always get a bit more interested. And it's not often that you get a hobby. Like, I mean, if you play a video game, you get some appreciation. You're going, yeah, I played a video game, accomplished it. Yeah, multiply that by 10. That's what Let's Playing is. That's what it is like for me. I play a game, you guys watch it, you praise my work, praise my commentary. That's what I get. And that Stalker MS Paint video just shines it. I got an instant gratification from it because so many people, and I'll continue to get so because people will continue watching it. I mean, it's up there. People will just keep seeing it. So that's my top 3. Jeff acknowledging me, Grimmeth grabbing me pretty much, and the final one would be the instant appraisal. That MS Paint one was the crown piece. Of course, there are other ones like the wonderfulness of meeting the Voltron army, who got me into LPing in the first place. Oh, sorry, I'll highlight. We're on to. Sorry, we're on. God damn it! God damn it! Mouse. There we go. We're on that question. But I've met some wonderful people like X-Recla, the Catfish Plays, Two String Guitar, Dewey Ocelot, Grimmeth R, countless others. Like there's Ping Zero on the TeamSpeak. There's Flight Modes, Unreal Jake, which is Watch You Productions. There's Passacoy, all these wonderful guys in TeamSpeak that are constantly there. They're chatting to me. They're fantastic blokes. And if you guys, honestly, if you're socially awkward or you want just a community just to sit and play games and chat with, Voltron Army TeamSpeak, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. You sign up in a forum, you can chat on the forum if you want, and you can go in the TeamSpeak, you can chat to me. I'm on there daily. Really, I am on there daily, so you can chat to me there. So, there's so many crowning moments. I mean, yeah, some are less, some are more, but with LPing, there's just so many. I always see it as like a sort of succession scale. Anyway, I'm getting too in depth in that one. Physics question. Do you prefer the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics or string theory? Well, I know what that is, and I'm wondering if you ask me that question to see if I'll stumble or not. String theory, I go for the multi-words dimension, like the multiverse, you know, where there's multiple universes and things like that. I like that interpretation, that every action that you make will, you know, in another universe that didn't happen, that kind of thing. As opposed to string theory, or I don't, maybe many worlds interpretation means like there was another universe before the Big Bang. I don't know. There's several different interpretations for that. String theory just eludes me, and there's one phrase from the Big Bang Theory that gets me, is where Sheldon is talking about he figured out this equation that worked in string theory, and then, you know, Leonard turns to him and goes, yes, because you invented 13 dimensions. And, you know, that's what it comes down to, is both of them are made up. No one has evidence to prove one or the other. But that in itself, I think, explains it, is I can understand the multiple universes a little more, emphasis a little more, than I can for made up dimensions. I can understand that there is chances are there's 4D and, you know, Carl Sagan's interpretation of 2D, 3D, and 4D. But I can't see how we have like about in the universe around us there's like 50 dimensions. But I can. I mean, that's Carl Sagan's again, where he does the 2D can only see 2D slices of a 3D element, and like we could only see 3D elements of a 4D device, like, you know. So I personally prefer the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics very minorly to string theory, because something about string theory just doesn't suit, especially with the numbers of dimensions and everything is made out of strings and things like that. I just see the many worlds interpretation because I like the idea that there are other universes out there which things some things happened, other things didn't. Like, it's a natural selection kind of thing. I like that. Which is your favorite Doctor Who? I have to say, I like you solving this. You seem to know me quite well. It's just asking these questions. So I get your vibe. It's like, for some reason, no, actually, you get my vibe from watching me. Seems it's like, okay. Which is your favorite Doctor Who? Also, favorite companion and villain. We'll start off with the favorite Doctor. I actually I never saw the original series, the original Doctors, so I don't have them to go on. I only have the latest 3, which is Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith. I think he's Matt Smith. I can't remember, but I didn't like Christopher Eccleston at all. I didn't like him. I really like David Tennant, but I think that's my Scottish pride coming out. I really like Matt Smith though. I really do. He lacks some of it, and I don't like some of the close-ups because his head just looks like a skull, and it's just like creeps me out sometimes looking at it. It's like, how can you be so thin? Have a hamburger. So that's that one. Companion. Again, I not Rose Tyler from Christopher Eccleston, not the time traveler. The guy that comes back in time, he's wearing the flight jacket, the RAF uniform, not him. David Tennant's, I'd actually probably say, what's her name? Catherine Tate from David Tennant would be my favourite companion, purely because of the wonderful chemistry that you got from Tennant and Tate. They just worked so well together. I don't actually like Tate's show, like Catherine Tate's show at all, but I really didn't look forward to watching her, but actually watching them together, she did it superb, and I have to say, she's actually my favourite companion so far. The next one down is Amy Pond, which is in the latest series. She's the second. Yeah, because she's the most memorable. The others just like, meh. Oh, excuse me. What was your first computer console, and what was the first game you played on it? Oh, okay. The first computer I ever had, it had an Acorn on it. I think it was an Archimedes. That was the first computer I ever had. My dad gave it to me when I was really, 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 really young, and I can't actually remember one of the games. And the only game I can remember from it was you were in a maze, and it's very, very low graphics, and you'd explore the maze, and every so often there would be things that would chase you in the maze, and there was these green clouds of goo that when they passed your screen, everything went blah, 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 blah. And I can't remember the name of it, but that's the first game I ever remember. And it's especially because I was so scared playing it. It's probably scared me for future games. It's like where you're going through this maze and there's monsters finding you. I want to say dinosaurs, but I can't even be too sure. The only thing I'm sure of is this floating goo or cloud that would just sort of wander past you, and your screen would just go la blah, blah. I don't even know if you lost health or not. I didn't understand games that well when I was young. But the next game that I remember is Doom. My dad got the shareware version of it on the floppy, and he let me play it. And I think my first remember was actually my dad actually recorded me playing it on a VHS camera of me playing Doom on his computer, and I can actually remember the scenes. Where it's like I was wandering around and I turned to my dad going, how do I open a door? How do I open a door? And he goes, oh, spacebar. So I hit spacebar and there's a fucking cacodemon. And I shit myself and ran out of the room. And it's all on VHS. It's all on the recording. You just see me going, ah! And I run out of the room and then run back and then I'm dead, obviously. So I remember the Acorn. And I think it's not Macintosh. I think it was Archimedes, but you need to correct me on that one because I do remember the green acorn, and I used to call it an apple, but my dad corrected me and said no, it was an acorn. I went, oh yeah, so it was an acorn. So that was it. How would you improve the current education system? Teach parents how to look after their fucking kids. My dad's no. I know people in the education system, and I've ran through the education system. I mean, I've went through all aspects through university and graduated, so I've got a firm knowledge of up until an honours degree of how a university works, how an education system works, especially in Scotland. Can't give much experience outside of Scotland, but any Americans or anyone that's not in the UK or doesn't have an interest in UK politics can just flip over. But people have taught me that how it worked is we had a Conservative government which screwed over the schools. Then we had a Labour government which made everything better pretty much for schools. And then we have another Conservative government today, present day, that has made schools tougher. Now, to explain on this, some of the stories I heard from the old Tory government, the Conservatives, I'll be calling them Tories. I don't know, why am I looking at the webcam? I don't have a webcam on. Don't worry about it. What happened in the Tory one is they lowered budgets to such a level that teachers had to use other means for students to write on. They had such a low budget, they couldn't afford supply teachers, they couldn't afford pencils, they actually borrowed pencils from other sources to pay, to help their kids learn. Then the Labour government came in and they kind of, I think they implemented a kind of no kid left behind, like America did, no one left behind. And the education system became very, they were very generous to the education system. With learning support units for people with dyslexia or other handicaps or mental issues or physical inhibitions to help them out. And I'd see this. This affected. This started with me directly affecting me because the school that I was in it built a learning support unit. This was about 7 years ago, and so it's about 7 years ago is when it all really started implementing in Scotland. I think England had it a lot earlier, and it improved immensely. A lot of people were helping themselves. A lot of people were getting more diagnosed with dyslexia, and they were receiving a lot more help. I didn't get I'm surprised. The thing is, I'm actually dyslexic. It affects my memory. To give you guys an example, watch any of my videos. I'll talk about something, get distracted, and you'll be like, "Fuck's sake, Griffin! Could you not finish what you were saying? I'll have forgotten." That's what my dyslexia affects my short-term memory. If I get distracted, gone. So, then the Tory government came in and they've froze all teachers' pay. They're not rehiring job positions. They've slashed the budgets immensely. To the point where they can barely hire supply teachers. On my Facebook, I have maybe 5-6 friends that have studied teaching, and all of them are on the supply teacher list. And supply teacher is like a substitute teacher. If your teacher was off sick, you got someone in to replace them that you didn't know, that's a supply teacher. And all of them are on the supply teacher, but they're lucky if they get between, for each of them, maybe 1 day a month. Technically they're all unemployed. They don't have a job. You can't live on 1 day a month. They get paid for it, yeah, but it's a day's wage, And I find it really sad that there's this wonderful supply of teachers that we have, and they can't go anywhere. There's nowhere recruiting them. I mean, I live in the central belt of Scotland, where the vast majority of the population of Scotland stays, and I mean, hell, I can't even find a job here. I've been advised by Americans to look for jobs in America because they're saying, oh, there's tons of environmental jobs over here, go nuts. I'm like, and I'm tempted, but I've got a lot of it. I've got Mrs. Griff, I've got family, and she's got her family, and it's something that to be considered, but I mean, is it practical is the thing. And I'm totally deviating from the education system. I was talking about supply teachers, wasn't I? So how would I improve the current education system? Well, there's multiple different levels of improving it. The first thing I would do is probably downsize classes. Like shrink class sizes. So the teacher can allocate more time to each individual. I'd get parents to learn more about their kids. It's gotten to the point. There's actually a wonderful picture. If you give me a second, I'll get it for you. Here it is. 1960s, and this worked all the way up, really. And what you can see is, I'll use my mouse, on the left here, if you got bad grades, the parents shouted at the children. Obviously the kid needs to improve and get better and get you know, obviously the kid needs to study more, something the kid needs to change, or the parents need to change, something like that, right? And now the parents and the kids blame the teacher. Oh, I got bad grades because the teacher doesn't like me. I got bad grades because of this. Oh my god, my kid's got bad grades. He's fat and obese because you're not teaching him how to healthy eat. That, I want it to be back where if the kid does bad, the parents need to do something. It's not directly the teacher's fault. And a lot of people, this is a very controversial argument that, you know, the government will never say this at all. The government will never ever admit that the parents are in the wrong. Why would they? You know, oh, the parents need to do this. No, they'll lose potential voters if they do that. So what do? They blame the teachers. And I really do not approve of people blaming teachers at all. It's grossly unfair, and it's unpractical as well. They're doing you a service. They're teaching the kids the future. Really, you know, they're teaching the kids of the future. They will help them, guide them, and mold them into the wonderful people, hopefully, that they will become. But no. What will happen is they'll blame teachers for everything, cut wages, and a lot of people. I mean, even in the street, people are blaming teachers. Oh, teachers, they do this high-paid job. Do they know how much work a teacher has to do? Basically, it's a full-time job all year. Even across breaks, you still have to work. You still have to plan. You still have to schedule. You still have to make reports, things like that. You still have to figure out what you want to teach for that year. It's not an easy job, and they get paid very well for it because they have to do it. And now teachers are expected to do more. So, and by more, I mean healthy eating, ethics. Yes, ethics. Teachers have to teach the kid morals. Don't be racist. Don't accuse people of being disabled. Don't call people this. Be politically correct. What are parents doing? Sitting on their arses saying, oh, my kid doesn't have to do homework. No, my parents weren't like that. My parents made me do homework. They sat me down. They taught me morals. They taught me sex education. They taught me all these controversial things. They taught me how to brush my teeth. They taught me how to healthy eat. I'm at the age now where I can appreciate what my parents did for me. I may not have liked it at the time. Kids will complain if they're doing some, if they're being taught something they don't like. They're gonna say, I hate this. This sucks. Yes, but I appreciate it now. So, again, I'll repeat myself. How would I improve the current education system? Downsize classes and make parents know what they have to teach their kids. Parents are stupid. For the vast majority, parents are stupid. It's something that'll always rail me up. So I hope that answers it. Also, anything that you guys, you feel I didn't answer, or it led to you want to ask more, just ask. Really, I'll happily expand upon it. And that's the illness done. Okay, so on to Sol Evil. I have a question for you. What would be the best and worst moment of LPing? The best moment for LPing is getting people like this guy. Love your vids, man. That's the best moment of LPing. Is when people go, thanks, Griffin. These are amazing. That's when you get praise for it. The worst moment for LPing, when you've just realized you've recorded 2.5 hours of footage with your microphone muted, when you've realized that you can't upload this because there's an error and it corrupted while rendering. Those are the worst moments, because you're like, I just invested like 3 hours, maybe 5, because rendering takes so long. So 2.5 hour recording probably takes 3 hours to render, so that's 5.5 hours gone because something corrupted and it's just all crap. That's the worst thing. Worst ever. That's a short question for me. What was your favorite game while you were growing up? While I was growing up, when I was there was Doom, it was Doom 2, then there was Quake, then Diablo 2. Diablo 2 I played to death. It was actually the first game I played online regularly. I used to play it with school friends, and I used to be a necromancer, and they used to be like the barbarian and stuff like that. Great fun. Then it went. Then I found MMOs. And the first MMO I played was Legend of Mir 3. I think it's 4 now, so I think I've played 3. Or maybe Legend of Mir 2, I don't know. They had a TV show. I remember that Legend of Mir TV channel. It was so weird. And that was my favourite game for a while, because my parents used to subscribe to it for me. And then there was World of Warcraft. And now there's whatever game I feel like. But when I was growing up, I think that's the order of games. It was Doom, Quake 3, no, not Quake 3, Quake 2, Diablo 2, and I'm not joking, I played Diablo 2 a lot. Loved that game. Loved it. Didn't even play it online. I got my internet taken away from me a lot as well. It's like I think every month or so I did something that got it taken away from me for 6 months to a year or something like that. If that ever happened to me, I'd die. I'm addicted to the internet. But back then I used to have my computer, my dad used to take, when I was grounded, he used to unplug everything and take away, basically you had a multi-plug. You get one plug and you plug it into the socket, and then there would be like 6 sockets which you can plug into. He'd take that plug away and it would work, because you either have your monitor or the PC or modem or something like that plugged in. You don't have an assortment, and it would take away my PlayStation, my TV, my monitor, my computer. All I had left was Lego, really. So my favorite game I just read that PC game, or playing game, because I had Lego and Connects, which is basically build whatever you want, let your imagination rock you. That's what I played physical, and I gave you the list for the video of virtual games. Okay, so, and what game would you say you've played the most? Currently, it would easily be a battle between World of Warcraft and Diablo 2. Because on World of Warcraft, I had over a year and a half real time dedicated to playing that game. A year and a half, like 1, 2, 3, of that, like real physical time spent on a computer playing World of Warcraft was a year and a half. I mounted up all my characters and counted, and I went, fuck that. So a year and a half. But Diablo 2, maybe at the same time. So it's a toss up between Diablo 2 and World of Warcraft. I think you can see a set. Oh, I forgot I had Warcraft 2. Loved that game as well. I think it was I had Warcraft. It was Doom, Warcraft 2, Quake 2. But the thing is, I played Warcraft 2 a lot, as so obscene amounts. Then it was Diablo 2, and then I pretty much played Warcraft 2 and Diablo 2 consistently. Would you consider doing a Dwarf Fortress mode LP? Yes. Yes. I'd actually probably do a co-LP. Maybe grab yourself for it and basically walk me through the steps of how to do it again. Now, I do remember how, but it's updated a lot since I've done a Fortress mode. So I need someone to sit down and walk me through it again. What is my favourite genre of music? I'm actually, you wouldn't believe this, but I'm actually pretty eclectic. I like whatever I feel is good. Ranging from, give me a second. Nope, that's not it. That's my Eon stuff. That's the Stalker. There we go. There's Deathmo, which is like a heavy metal band by the author of questionable content. This is dubstep. I've got the obvious one, which is Power Glove. They do metal remixes, and I've got Chimera. Predominantly, though, I do like heavy metal, but sometimes you just have to relax, and I listen to whatever I think's good. It can range from, Beatles, which is actually on my it used to be on my MP3 player. It was on the same playlist as like Opeth or 6 Feet Under and things like that. It used to be in the same playlist. So you'd have something like Thunder Horse by Death Clock, and then next thing you'd have is Yellow Submarine, and it totally phased my friends. They're like, what? Because they'd sometimes borrow my MP3 player and they'd listen to it, and it'd be like when I was at my youth club, they'd be like black metal and stuff like that, and all of a sudden it's like Yellow Submarine came on, and they're like, what the fuck? So I love the music you played in the beginning and the end of the video. The beginning of the video is Deathmo. At the end of the video is Power Glove. So they're two different bands. Both. Power Glove isn't free, you need to pay for them, but Deathmo is entirely free on fm.com. What game in the RTS genre do you like the most? Ooh. Tough question. RTS genre. I'm just going to go with what I know as RTS. When I was younger, it was Warcraft 2, Tides of Darkness. That game was so fun. Jump, jump. Daboo. Stop poking me. You know, it's just, I loved that game. It had such a dark sense of humor. It was hard. It was fun. It was satisfying to play. And I liked Red Alert and Command & Conquer, but those games were hard, especially when I was young. I did like Age of Empires 2, though. Oops, hit spacebar. So that leads on. Did I play Age of Empires 1? Yes, I actually owned it when it first came out. My dad bought it for me. And I remember we played through the tutorial together and a demo. And the one thing that sold us in playing that game was the villager chopping up it was chopping up a gazelle and then wandering with a massive T-bone steak in their arms. And that sold me. It was like, yep, that we got. Yep, we're gonna buy this game. Great game. How are my cats doing? My cats are absolutely fine. Actually, talking about that, where is one of my cats who should be in the room? Oh, there's one. That's the lady. Hello, lady. Lady's my older. She's my cat. And we have Gizmo. There's Gizmo. Well, you can't see him. That's because of me. They're both on my windowsill. Gizmo is Mrs. Griff's cat, pretty. But he's so stupid. Oh my god! It's like if you stand up, he freaks out. Don't worry. I mean, I try to think very educated, and like, you know, cats are not us, so we can't put on, you know, human things to it. But he does some really stupid things. Like if we're sitting down, he'll run into the room, meow, run out, and then start crying and going because we're in the same room. I've not moved anywhere. I'm on my computer, for example, browsing Reddit or YouTube or something like that, right? And he'll come into the room, he'll be happy, and then he'll wander outside, and then he'll start crying. It'll be crying, you know, pretty much a cat crying. You know, it's like, where are you? Where are you? And so we'll go, Gizmo, and he'll come back in, and he'll go, purr, 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 purr. And it's like, we've not gone anywhere. He's the one that's left the room, and he's crying. As well as every morning at 5 AM, he starts crying. We don't sleep with them in the room because they sleep during the day, and during the night when we're trying to sleep, they're energetic as fuck. They run all over you and stuff. So we don't have them in the room because we can't sleep with cats jumping on us. But he's so stupid. My cats are fine though, they're healthy. What did your family think of the Let's Player thing? They love it. They think it's amazing. My girlfriend's parents, my parents, they both think it's absolutely astounding. They find it as a very creative source for me to sit and enjoy the activities. Like they really love it. My dad thinks it's something fantastic that I can go on to better things. He wants me to figure a way of becoming employed by Let's Playing games. He says it's great. And I have to admit, that'd be fantastic, getting played to Let's Play games. Great. I'd class myself as a comedian if that happened. Although I'm not too sure how that would look in a bank statement. Occupation, Let's Player comedian. It's like, what's that? I play games. Rejected loan. Something like that. But they really like it. All my family find it amazing that they know someone that owns a YouTube account. You know, they actually a YouTube producer. They think it's amazing that they know someone like that. My dad thinks it's great. He supports me a lot. He actually bought me recording software. He bought me the headset that I'm currently using. He offers me a lot of technical support. He watches my stuff, not all the time, but he finds it quite strange, but he likes watching it. My mum loves it. She thinks it's great. So they're being quite supportive. My dad gives me tips on how to be better and how to present myself, things like that. So Great stuff. And if I could live from making YouTube oh wait, no. Oh wait, I've started answering Lurtz's and Sol Evil's questions at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry, I've totally jumped. Oh. Fuck. Okay, I'll answer Lurtz's question, I'll go back to Sol. Sorry! I've totally messed up here. Did I? No, wait. Have I? No, I've not messed up. What? No, I'm confusing myself. Brain, relax, calm down. Okay, if I could make a living from making YouTube videos, would you do it? Yes. Straight out, I would do it. If people would pay me to make YouTube videos, I'd gladly accept it. Gladly. If I was able to, though, I would actually try and take a part-time job with something to do with my degree and do that at the same time, because I'd like to use my degree for something. I'm very minded that way. I like planning, I like maps, so I'd like to use it in that sense. So if I did get so successful that I was able to, I'd try and find like a part-time job regarding the environment, like a job fair or something. But yeah, if any of you guys, or if you guys said like, Griffin, I'll donate to you or something like that, I'd be like, sure. I'd go, fine, sounds good to me. Because it give me a sense of income, and it give me a sense of independence. You know, I'm unemployed. I'm relying on the government and my parents and my girlfriend to look after me, you know, financially. So if that gives me a sense of independence, if I could make a living from YouTube videos, I'll be honest. I don't expect you guys to donate. I don't even have a PayPal. How can you donate if I don't even have one? But you know, you've never gave the idea that you want to donate, and I don't want to demand from you. It's something I've considered when I've reached, you know, to a level of subscribers where I could understand having one, but now it's a hobby. It's fun. If people, there's other ways to donate. There's my Steam wish list. You know, if people want to donate a certain game for me to LP, I'll tell you now, if you donate a game to me, I'll LP it. I will LP it, because that's the least I can do. If you donate a game to me, I will LP it. The only thing though is message me first. I don't want you donating me a game that I already have. I don't know if you can check that, but I don't want you doing that if I already have it. So if you want to, message me and I'll tell you. And it's just in case, like, you know, you want to buy me a game that I know I won't play. I mean, there's a game that I actually really do want to play. If you give me a second, let's pop it up. Sure. One game I really want is apparently not there because my internet's died. It's the tower one. It's the one. It's like an RPG tower defense. That one. I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but that's the one I want. And I'd really like that, but I'm a bit strapped for cash at the moment, so I need to figure out my income and sort it out. But that's a game I really want, and it's on special at the moment for like 10% off. It's not out yet. It's got like a week left till it's out. So yeah. So if you guys do want to donate, there's a way for you to donate games. I'll put down in the description below what my Steam name is, but it's gryphongod. it's gryphongod, and I've got a VA before my name, so you can hopefully find me properly. I'm also a member of the Voltron Army as well. It's just levels of security, so you know if it's me or not. So I'm a member of the Voltron Army. I've got a VA before my name, and it's gryphongod. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Back on to the next question. Heidi ho, some questions for you, dear sir. Oh, you're so polite. I like your tank, dude. I've currently been messaging him. He's been wanting to get some advice. He's having some problems let's playing, and I'm happy to help him. He's he's a nice guy. He's commented. He's watched a lot of my videos. So the least I can do is just to say, you know, I'll offer some support. And he's having some issues with fraps. Actually, here's the thing: is if you can help him out, send a message. Tanker Dude's having some issues with fraps and uploading them. He's using Windows Movie Maker, and what's happened is he's recording fraps at 60 FPS. It's games like Rage, I think, yeah. And what's happening is he's getting severe artifacting. It's blurry. Things like that. So if you can offer some advice, send a message to Tanker Dude right here, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it if you can offer him some support on how to get his LPing off the ground. So there we go. Do I still play Spiral Knights? I'm afraid no. I don't actually have it installed anymore. It's just like meh. And what's the game you're currently waiting hyper for? Diablo 3. I am hyper for Diablo 3. I want Diablo 3. That shit just looks fantastic. I want it. Have you ever had any bad experiences LPing? Earlier question. Purely failed recordings, failed audio, things like that. That's my bad experiences. Playing online video games, i.e. MMO. Online raiding. World of anything that involves a group pisses me off. Because it's a pug. I fucking hate pugs. And raids, I don't want to do a fucking job in a game. I don't want to apply. I don't want to allocate 3 hours a night to go and sit and bash my head off of a keyboard. Fuck no, I did my time. I don't want to fucking do that. I used to come home from school and get on and miss dinner just to sit and smash my head off a keyboard. Fuck that, I'm never doing that again. I only play MMOs in small groups with people I know, or solo. I mean, there's actually right now I have got Pirates of the Burning Sea, RF Online, Shattered Galaxy, Puzzle Pirates, and City of Villains. Actually, those are the LPs I'm currently bouncing between playing. Although I'm not really playing Puzzle Pirates much. Pirates of the Burning Sea's gone free, RF's gone free, Shattered Galaxy's gone free, and City of Heroes has gone free. All of these MMOs are free, so go ahead, you can download them, you can play, and on all of them, on City of Heroes, City of Heroes, my character is Gryphongod, and I think I'm on the champion server. I'm a villain. Pirates of the Burning Sea, I'm Derelict Crestfallen, and I'm on the EU server. RF, I'm Gryphongod, I'm a robot. Shattered Galaxy, I'm Griffin, and it's fucking horrible. No one plays it anymore. You can't window it. Meh. And Puzzle Pirates, I actually need to remove that. I don't play it anymore. So that's just some MMOs I'm playing right now. And you got to see my desktop. You got to see my Audacity, Fraps, AVS Video Encoder, my Recycle Bin. It's actually really clean desktop. I purposefully cleaned it up for this recording. So that's my do any of my friends actually 2 of them are subscribed to me. 2 of my best mates are actually subscribed to me and watch my videos. Some of them don't watch some of the videos because one of them hates FPS. He gets motion sickness from watching them, and the other one just finds it freaking weird watching it. But they're subscribed to me and they know I LP, and they think it's quite cool. They don't really care much. They just think it's cool. And that's it. Keep up the LPing, making my weekends way more fun. Pleasure. I do it for you guys. I LP purely for you guys. And what kind of games do you plan to play? 5-hour FPSs or 40-hour RPGs? I plan on playing games where I get my money's worth and I enjoy. Now, don't get me wrong. I can understand. See, does my internet work again? No. Basically, I have FPSs. I've played Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and I've got Bad Company. The thing is, on them, I've got like 70 hours played for each of them. 70 to like 100 hours played. So I play a lot of them. But it's the single player I don't approve of. I don't like buying a game purely for multiplayer. I mean, I've got Modern Warfare 2. I played a lot of it, but there's only so many times you can kill a guy with a machine gun, really. And Bad Company 2, it's fun, but there's only so many times you can kill a guy with an APC, you know? So I actually prefer given that, I'd go for the 40-hour RPG because I feel I get my money's worth for the RPG. I mean, I know you're saying that you're trying to give me a wonderful alternative. So in the basic ones, 5-hour FPS to 40-hour RPG, if I really enjoyed both, I'd actually prefer the RPG because I feel I'd get more time and more enjoyment out of it. The FPS, if it didn't have multiplayer, let's say it's Deus Ex actually, because that Deus Ex I got about 6 hours play out of it. You can replay it, but there's no really a multiplayer element to it, things like that. And I feel I don't get my money's worth as well as I do the RPG. Let's use Last Remnant. I've got that in the Xbox next door, like next room, and that I got probably 300 hours played, and I still enjoy it. I still want to play it. Or Final Fantasy VI, things like that. I paid £5 for FF6. I've got probably 200 hours played in that. RPGs like that really love because I get so much enjoyment out of it and it's so much playtime. So I play games based on value. If I honestly enjoy it, would I enjoy it less or more than something of equal value? Modern Warfare games I just see as an interactive movie. Basically, a movie with a couple of shooty bits in the centre. It's like watching Expendables, but instead of Jason thingy shooting the minigun, it's you shooting the minigun. You know, they're the same guys. The only thing that's different is instead of you watching someone shoot, you've got a controller and you're shooting. You know? Well, in an RPG, it's a movie, yeah, but you've got a lot more interactivity with it, and it's a lot longer. Some RPGs can be thousands of hours long, and that's not even adding in, it's not thousands of hours long, adding in the fighting and the boss battles and stuff like that. And some of them give fantastic stories. I mean, like Final Fantasy VII, this is slightly embarrassing. Took me 7 years to complete, partly because I forgot where I was supposed to go. The way I forgot was where you're tasked to go and get a key to unlock to unlock something. And what happens? I just got the submarine, and then I totally forgot what I was supposed to do, and I saw Emerald Weapon, and I went, "Oh, I must kill that because that's new." And that took me about 4 years to finally figure out the next step. And then eventually I wanted to unlock the world. It took me a further couple of years to complete it. But I enjoy it, and I actually still play through Final Fantasy VII. I play through the first disc. After the first disc I lose interest, but the full first disc is just so exciting for me. So I like longer games that I enjoy. The longer the game, as long as I enjoy it, the better. I mean, there's some RPGs out there that are just so horrible, like Blue Dragon, or Final Fantasy 8 or 10. I'm a Final Fantasy lover. I've completed them all, apart from 8, because my version of the game was bugged to shit and would insta-kill my characters in the final boss. You know the bit, if you've played Final Fantasy 8, there's the big scene with where you start the battle, it summons Meteor and it kills you. I had all my guys in the back row, defensed up and all that, dead instantly. 999 dead. Nothing I could do. My game broke. I just basically treated it as if I won. I was on the final boss fight anyway. So I've actually completed 1, 2, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, kind of 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, not 11 because that's multiplayer, 12, yes 12, and 13. I've completed them all, just apart from 3 because I just lost interest in 3. So yeah, I feel that's how it goes. I prefer to get my money's worth, to give you a direct comparison. Let's just say it was a $10 game. Okay, just $10, £10, €10. Just ignore transfer rates. Just say 10 monies for a game. 10 monies could also get you a pizza or a movie ticket, right? So that's 2 hours enjoyment, pizza, or this game, right? So basically, I base the game on if I get more than 2 hours enjoyment, I get more enjoyment than the movie ticket. If I get less than 2 hours enjoyment, was it worth the same as a pizza? That's the kind of scale I have in my head, as I always compare costs. I refuse point blank to pay extortionate amounts for a game that I don't have a demo access to. Deus Ex I actually bought because I watched Scout Freak's LP off, and I've already watched several LPs, and I thought I'd really enjoy this game, and I played it. But that's because I got a really in-depth, and it's another step why I love LPing. It gives you a really good insight to playing a game, instead of these reviews which are always shifted to be preemptive. Although Diablo 3 I'm going to buy point blank anyway. I'm just a Blizzard addict. I'm not going to play the World of Warcraft for a long time anymore. But I'm level 82 in it. Me and my other half were playing it. We got to 82 and we just said, oh, fuck that. Oops, sorry. So, I hope that Q&A session's been gone so well. It's quite a long Q&A actually, but I hope you've enjoyed it. If there's anything you want to ask, go ahead, comment below. I'll do it in the next Q&A session. It can be any question. As you could see, it ranged from what's my favourite Doctor Who to string theory or quantum physics, Dwarf Fortress, how are my cats, do any of my friends know ILP, and length of the LP. So thank you very much to Pel33FTW, Zildness, Sol Evil, Lurtz1, Tankadude, and the Hephaestos for making this Q&A. Any more questions, even from you guys, or to expand on any issues, comment below. Any new guys, comment below again. I'll happily say. So, peace out and have fun, folks. Ciao.